I oppose any type of amnesty or citizenship for people who've come here illegally. When the CBO, Congressional Budget Office, looked at the Senate bill, they said because so many of the people who are illegal are going to be low wage and low skill, that it's actually going to depress wages and increase unemployment. So that's a problem.
If you look at that Senate bill, they would say, oh man, we got all this tough border security, you gotta pay a fine, do all this, but then you actually read it, and all that can be waived, lawfully waived. So none of it really needed to even be enforced. And of course, there may be provisions that the president wouldn't enforce. So I think the more people looked at that, that's the reason why it died very quickly, because it was basically repeating the 1986 Reagan amnesty all over again.
Well, we don't need to do an amnesty, and I've been strong in opposing President Obama's attempts to rewrite the law through executive order.
So we have all these promises that are unfulfilled, that I think moving on to something that's controversial that a lot of Republicans didn't run on, I think that would be a mistake.
They want to pass a big amnesty bill, which I think would be a total disaster. It's like a 2 million person amnesty, and the people can also amnesty their parents. There's still more chain migration in there. It will not solve the problem. It will lead to a massive border surge. We've seen, going back to the Reagan bill in '86, when you do amnesty and then you promise that there's going to be changes so that you don't have illegal immigration in the future, a lot of times those changes never materialize.
It sends a signal to people to come illegally. It's a slap in the face to the people who come legally.
When you do amnesty, you're inviting more illegal immigration. I think that's what the leadership bill will do. If you're doing an amnesty that's 1.8, maybe more million people, guess what's going to happen? That's going to create an incentive for more people to come illegally.
Are you saying that you would convert them through some sort of path to citizenship? Because you've got 47,000 farms.
Of course not. I'm saying just the opposite. I oppose the Schumer-Obama amnesty.
But you have farmers who need those workers in Florida.
Here's the thing, though. That is not an excuse to let lawlessness prevail in the Sunshine State.
So if you were to say, hey, we promised to build the wall if you do an amnesty for DACA, well, I think a lot of guys like me would say, what guarantee do we have that that wall is ever going to be built?